Odyssey Audio Works, in association with Lightning Bolt Theater of the Mind, presents My Saving Grace, an autobiographical piece written and produced by me, Joshua Price. I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge the following. To my audio drama amigos, Jack Ward, Carrie Michael Ayers, Jeffrey Billard, Lothar Tuppen, and Richard Summers. Thank you all for convincing me to tell my story. Your constant support and encouragement has meant the world to me over these many years of working together. To my cast, many, if not all of you, have become my dear friends as well as my colleagues. We have told many stories together, but none so personal as this. Thank you for portraying the people in my everyday life with such skill and dedication. You've done a wonderful job, as always, and I truly appreciate each and every one of you. To my dear friends, Darcy Whalen, Michael and Shelley Luck, Scott Pullen, Rachel Pulliam, Roger and Polly Michael, Roy and Debbie Isbell, Shannon Moore, Jason Kelly, Corey Young, Alexis Knicker, Gregory Rowland, Kimberly Kaiser, Mark Cadigan, Wolf Phillips, Serena Kyle, Crystal Camargo, Krista Kelly, Nicole Kugler-Bano, Edward Gagne, Kylie Morrow, Amanda Froats, and Fawn. Thank you for seeing me at my worst as well as my best and choosing to love me throughout it all. You will never know how much your friendships mean to me. To my family, Mom, Dad, and Ashley. Where things may have been tough for me outside of our home during my youth, thank you all for being there for me and providing me with a safe and stable place to grow up. To you, Ashley, thank you for being the best little sister a guy could ever ask for. Growing up with you is something I wouldn't change for the world. To my cousins Debbie and Jenny, you both know I think of you more as sisters than I do as cousins. Thank you both for always having my back and for going on so many adventures with me, the good and the bad. For whatever life has thrown at us, you have been a constant source of love and strength for me. I love you both. To my Aunt Diane and Uncle Jimmy, thank you for always being my second set of parents. The memories we've made together over the years are something I will cherish for the rest of my life. To all of my aunts, uncles, and cousins that I haven't already mentioned, where the outside world may have been cruel to me, you all saw the best in me and helped me share that with the world. Thanks for loving me as much as I love you all. To my nieces, Maggie and Ember, and my nephews, Skylar and Gabe. Thank you for teaching me how to truly be selfless. Being there for you has been one of the greatest joys of my life. To my Dark Shadows friends, Catherine Lee Scott, Lara Parker, Sharon Lentz, and Marie Wallace. Thank you for taking the time to get to know me and for believing in me. The four of you are very near and dear to my heart. Your encouragement and support with my art has meant the world to me. I love you dearly. To my beautiful fiancée, Christina, and our amazing daughter, Kaylin. The two of you are the very thing I never knew I was missing. You give me purpose in a way I never had before. Your love makes me strive to be the best version of myself that I can be each and every day. I love you both always and forever. And finally, to my dear friend Tanya. What to say here? For there is so much to say. Thank you for finding me when I was so very lost and broken. It was you and you alone who built a brand new person out of the pieces of me that survived my vision loss. Everything I am today, I owe to you. I will forever be grateful. I will always be your ride or die friend. I love you with all my heart and soul. And now, my saving grace.
So many times I've been asked to write the story of my life, and I find myself never knowing quite where to begin, what to include, or even how I feel about sharing all that I've been through. I suppose we'll start with, hello, my name is Josh. Joshua, when I'm being scolded. I'm 32 at the time of my writing this, and I am a blind audio drama artist. I have a degenerative eye condition called retinitis pigmentosa. It's a rod and cone deficiency that I was diagnosed with at the age of 7, I was in the first grade at the time, back in September of 1995.
As you all know, we are beginning the fall season. Can anyone tell me what that means?
I remember the strangest details when it comes to events of my past. I remember who answered that very question. It was a sweet, dark-haired friend of mine, Jessie. A girl whom I wish I had spent more time with. But I get ahead of myself.
It means that the leaves are going to change and we are going to have to get ready for winter.
Very good, Jessie. Now, did everyone hear her? She said that the leaves are going to change. I thought today we might make some pictures for you to take home to your parents, which is why I've given each of you a sheet of paper. I want you to draw anything you want that has to do with fall. Use your crayons to color in your drawings. What I will do is draw a leaf on the board in case any of you don't know how to draw one.
I can't see your drawing.
You can't? All right, how about you move up to this empty desk in the front of the room, okay?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Okay.
Because I didn't notice this one down. I was confused.
Still can't see it.
It's right here, Josh.
I don't see it.
That's enough. Okay, Josh, tell you what. I want you to go to the nurse's office and get her this. Wait there at the office, and we will pick you up on our way to lunch, okay?
Oh, okay.
At times, that particular day seems as if it were yesterday. It was the first time I ever felt singled out. A feeling I would come to know all too well. I was worried that I was sick or something. I never dreamed it would be something that would affect the rest of my life.
Well, hello there. I'm Mrs. Barlow. What's your name?
My name is Josh, and my teacher sent me here to give you this note.
Uh-huh. All right. Now, your teacher has asked me to give you an eye exam. Can you just go and sit in the chair over on the far wall for me?
Sure.
Alrighty. Now, when I'm done setting up this chart, I just want you to hold this patch over one eye and just try to read as many of the letters as you can. Yeah, it'll be neat. Yeah, you'll look just like a pirate.
Okay.
Great. Now, when I switch the light off, go ahead and give it a try, okay? Don't worry. Just tell me what you see, okay?
I can only see the E. The rest look like black blob things.
All right. Now, take the patch off that eye and move it over to the other and try again, okay?
Okay. It's the same. I can only see the E.
Are you sure?
Yes. Is there something wrong with me? Am I sick?
No, of course not. I tell you what, why don't you wait outside while I make a quick phone call, okay?
Okay.
Don't you worry, Josh. Everything will be all right.
Okay. Thanks, Mrs. Barlow.
I wasn't stupid. I knew she was just trying to make me feel better. Everything wasn't all right. Why else would she have made me go outside while she was on the phone? I'm just glad that I didn't know then just what was ahead of me. For the next few months, it seemed like whenever I wasn't in school, I was traveling all over the North Country to different eye specialists, doctors' offices, and hospitals to try and figure out what was wrong with my eyes. I remember specifically going to Hepburn Hospital, which was located in Ogdensburg, New York, near where I live. There I had to have an MRI done to make sure I didn't have any tumors on my brain causing my vision problem. Though I didn't know or understand why I had to have the procedure done, it was still the scariest thing I had to face at that age.
May I help you?
Where would I need to go for an MRI?
Do you have an appointment?
Yes, my name is Amy. Amy Price, and this is my son Josh. The appointment is for him.
Yes, I see you right here. Just round the corner to your left, there is a small waiting area. Go ahead and take a seat there, and the doctor will join you shortly.
Thank you.
It felt like forever before the doctor called us into the room.
Joshua Price? The doctor will see you now.
Go ahead and take a seat right here. I see you have a friend with you. What's his name?
Simba. He's from the new Lion King movie.
Is that your favorite?
Yes.
Oh, me too. All right, let's get started. I want you to know that your mom and I can't be in here while you're going through the testing. But don't be scared because there's a speaker inside the machine and we can hear everything you say. Okay?
Okay.
All right. I'm going to step into the other room and give you 2 moments. Mrs. Price, when you're ready, just come out here with me, okay?
Thank you. I need you to be a big boy for me right now and get through this, okay? I know you're scared, and I wish I could stay right here with you, but I can't.
Why? Mom, why can't you just sit here next to me?
Because that just isn't the way the procedure works. Tell you what, though. If you're a big boy and do this for me, then you and I can go out to eat wherever you want for lunch. Then we can go to Kmart, and you can get a new toy or a new movie or something, okay?
Okay. I love you, Mom.
I love you too, honey. All right, I'm going to step out for a minute. But remember, I can hear everything you say. The doctor's going to be right in after I leave to get you situated. I love you.
Okay, big guy, let's get you all situated here.
I was so scared inside that machine. I remember that all I wanted was my mother, because she was always the one with me at times like these. My father was always working on his family farm, trying to make ends meet for the family, which left me primarily in the care of my mom, aunts, and grandparents. The procedure was as hard on my poor mother as it was me. She was so afraid that I might have had a tumor on my brain.
As you know, I can't tell you much, but I can tell you Josh has no tumors.
Oh, thank God. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Now, as for the other results, we'll get them to you as soon as we possibly can.
That will be fine. Thank you.
It wasn't long after that we found out about the retinitis pigmentosa. It was a relief that I didn't have any life-threatening diseases. But things didn't get any easier for me after I was diagnosed. First came the huge dorky glasses and the large print textbooks. If that wasn't enough, I had to have my 2 front teeth knocked out by an old wooden swing at a family party, so you can imagine what I looked like. Everyone knows just how cruel kids are to anyone who is different, and so began a long haul for me as far as my school days went. The only thing that was good at this time was the fact that I had a large family and lots of cousins that helped me as much as they could.
Four Eyes. Loser.
What's the matter, blind boy?
Geek.
Shut up and leave him alone, you jerk.
Hey, Josh.
Hey Jesse, thanks for not picking on me.
No problem. I don't know why people can't just get along.
I know, right?
Jessie was the sweetest girl that I went to school with, and she was one of the only ones who never picked on me. We were friends until she transferred to a Catholic school. When she came back in 5th grade, we were at that awkward stage where boys and girls started getting along less and less.
What is that?
It's Boys Be Gone spray. Just give it a little spray, and those pesky, annoying boys run away. Abby and Kara helped me make it.
What do you mean, pesky and annoying?
You know, boys want to talk about cars and guns. They're annoying.
That's not true. I don't always talk about that. My mom won't even let me play with toy guns because she doesn't like them.
Come on, Jesse. Come sit with us.
Coming.
Can I come sit with you guys?
No. You should sit here. Sit with Randy and Jason.
But how come Sarah can come sit with you guys?
Because your cousin is a girl. I've got to go, but you'll be okay. You and Randy usually talk about the latest WWF wrestling event anyway.
She was right. I did have two great buddies in Randy and Jason. Jason and I were both farmers' sons, and Randy and I both loved wrestling. Still, something about that day bothered me. I was far too young to see it for what it really was, a normal stage in growing up. At the time, I was rejected by most of my peers because I was different, and this just felt like another form of that same rejection. I ended up growing angry with her, and it became easier to tease and agitate her and the other girls as opposed to admitting that my feelings were hurt. This is not something that I'm particularly proud of, mind you, but it is what it is, I suppose.
Hey Josh, did you see that move Stone Cold did last night? He nailed The Undertaker. Sick, right?
Yeah, he's awesome.
Things stayed that way for a few years. I had a few friends and family, and that was enough for me. Jessie and I started talking a little bit again in 7th grade, but nothing could have prepared me for what I was about to experience with her. It was the last day of May, and Jessie had just turned 13 a few weeks prior. She had decided to cut her hair to her shoulders and get blonde highlights. I hated it, and I wish more than anything I had kept that to myself.
You don't have to be mean about it. Stop staring at me like that.
I just don't get it. Your hair was great the way it was.
I just needed a change.
Did you do it for Steve?
No! How did you know I was going out with Steve anyways?
Have you forgotten? When everyone isn't too busy making fun of me, they tend not to even notice I'm around. I hear lots of things.
Steve doesn't pick on you.
I didn't say he did, but you shouldn't have changed your hair just for him. It's not you.
I cut my hair because I wanted to, okay? Everyone else thinks it looks good.
Maybe they should borrow my glasses.
Thanks, Josh. If I were a mean person, I'd remind you that others don't need huge glasses to see things. But that's not me.
Is there a problem here?
No, Mrs. French. Jessie, wait!
Just leave me alone, Josh.
She went out rollerblading after school that day. A truck came out of nowhere, and there was nothing the driver could do to avoid her. She died in the hospital the next morning. I was devastated. I remember replaying our fight over and over in my head, and just wishing I hadn't said the things I had. To be truthful, I still think of her all the time, and wish to this day that our last moments had been different. I would give anything to tell her how sorry I am, and how stupid it was to fight about a simple haircut. It hurts that I can't ever make things right with her. In her own way, Jessie taught me my first powerful life lesson. Always be mindful of the words you say to others because you can't take them back. Always end a disagreement with kindness and forgiveness because you can never know when your last moments with someone will be your last. I became withdrawn that summer, aside from losing Jessie. My friends Randy and Jason became interested in doing things I could not. They shot hoops and rode bikes with other guys from our grade, and slowly but surely we drifted apart. I became the butt of many gay jokes that year. Back in the 1990s, that was a popular slam to use. It made no sense to me. The fact that I couldn't play sports, ride bikes, or do whatever else the guys thought of was fun suddenly meant I didn't like girls. Not to mention, who cares if a person is gay, straight, or bisexual? I was raised to love and accept people for who they are. As I grew further and further inward, I began immersing myself in fantasy television, mainly series on the WB network. I quickly grew to love Xena Warrior Princess, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and Charmed. When I wasn't with my cousins or little sister Ashley, I was lost in an episode of one of those shows. I became attached to the characters, as if they were my friends.
Josh, phone's for you.
A mighty princess forged in the heat of battle.
Hello? Hey, Debbie. Not much. Watching an episode of Xena. What are you doing? Sure. Are you coming up to get me? My cousins Debbie and Jenny and I are all 2 years apart. Debbie being the oldest, Jenny the middle, and myself the youngest. We joked all the time that we were the charmed ones, our own versions of the power of three. They are cousins from my mom's side of the family, and my cousin Sarah is on my dad's side. I was, and still am, blessed to have all of them in my life. Anyway, I digress. Debbie came up to get me that afternoon, and we rode around the fields behind her house on the four-wheeler.
Thanks, Deb. That was fun.
No problem. I wasn't sure if you two were ever going to stop. Here, I brought all of us soda.
Thanks, Jen.
So, now that we're all together... Mom wanted us to talk to you.
Aunt Dee wanted you to talk to me? About what?
Well, with Jen and I busy with cheerleading and marching band, we were wondering if you could help out around here.
Help out with what exactly?
The animals. We thought maybe you could spend time with the dogs, maybe clean the rabbits and the guinea pigs once a week.
I love the animals. The dogs she was referring to were labs, which happen to be my favorite. The idea of spending time with Storm and Zach sounded great to me. I had lots of animals at my house, but our family border collie mix wasn't exactly friendly towards other dogs, and so I couldn't get a lab of my own. Not at that point, anyway.
We thought that we could give you something to do, other than watch TV.
Hey, I love my shows.
You love animals too, and besides, we could really use your help. Mom and Dad are busy working at the shop and...
Save the sales pitch, Deb. You had me at spending time with Storm. When do you want me to start? I started that Saturday. I would clean out the rabbit pens and the guinea pigs' cages, took care of the cat's litter box, and finally spent time walking and throwing a ball for Storm. I took care of the pets we had at home, but there was something about having to show up every Saturday to take care of the other animals that taught me my first real lesson in responsibility. I started feeling a little better about myself that summer, so much so that when the beginning of August rolled around, I didn't even feel that familiar anxiousness that I usually did when asked to attend a social gathering. My small town's annual festival was actually enjoyable for me that year. Little did I know that I was about to meet someone who would challenge me in a way that I had never been challenged before. Someone who would dare me to be different. I remember well seeing her sitting there alone at a table drawing. She caught my attention immediately with her black velvet corset and leopard print cat ears. She was drawing on a sketch pad lost in her art, and I knew she would be someone I had to know. I walked over and sat next to her. That's an awesome drawing you're working on. An evil fairy, right? Celtic by design?
You know your mythology. Right on.
Yeah, some.
You're also brave. Everyone else has been staring at and avoiding me.
People are stupid. I should know. I get a fair amount of staring myself.
You? But you look so normal. That surprises me.
What do you mean? You look normal.
You're sweet. But I knew wearing this outfit in a small town like this was bound to make the locals stare at me. I just don't care.
You're not from around here, then?
God, no. I'm here visiting my grandmother. I'm from Rochester. My name's Fawn, by the way.
I'm Josh. Your grandmother, Who is she? Chances are I know her.
Hazel Blanche? So, Josh, anybody ever tell you that you're good at making the conversation about anything but yourself?
What? I didn't think I was. Sorry, what do you want to know?
Anything. You pick.
I don't know. There isn't much to tell. I'm not all that interesting.
I doubt that. Why did you come over and talk to me?
I don't know. You stood out to me. In a good way. I could tell you'd be different, and I thought maybe we could be friends. If you wanted. Oh, I almost forgot. I do know Hazel. She goes to church with my grandma. She's nice.
When she wants to be. You mentioned that people stare at you a lot. Why is that?
Big, thick glasses didn't tip you off? I don't see very well, and I run into things a lot when I'm in public. It's super embarrassing.
So what? Screw them all and what they think. You just gotta rock with it, man. Let it roll off you, and hey, maybe laugh at yourself before they have a chance to laugh or stare. It'll confuse them every time.
Yeah, maybe. You don't really care what anyone thinks?
Nope, not at all. The way I see it is, if they have nothing better to do than judge me for being myself, then their narrow-minded and ignorant opinion doesn't mean a damn thing to me.
Man, I wish I could be like that.
What's stopping you?
Oh. I don't know.
Seriously, dude. Your real friends will stand by you and encourage you to put yourself out there in whatever way works for you.
My real friends? I don't really have a lot of those. Unless you count the characters on the shows I like to watch.
Well, you got one now. Here. This is my home number. We should stay in touch.
And we did. She helped me figure out that I didn't just enjoy watching shows for the entertainment of it. I was intrigued by the whole process of episodic storytelling. She encouraged me to start writing. I toyed around with a few ideas. Between that and developing a work ethic at my Aunt Dee's house, things were really looking up for me. As the next few school years passed, Debbie and Jenny graduated, but I was still able to see them on the weekends. Sarah and I were in the same grade, and she and I stuck close together at school. I was really growing comfortable with how my life was going. Then, when we hit freshman year, everything changed again. Sarah developed some health issues that kept her from school most of the time.
Hey, stranger.
Hey, how are you feeling?
Awesome.
Have they figured anything out yet?
No, nothing. Been all over and they can't find anything out. My insides look perfectly normal. They're not. So get this, they think I need to go to a shrink.
What?
Yeah, they're saying it's all in my head.
That's ridiculous. It's definitely not.
You're telling me.
So when are they letting you out of here?
Tomorrow, but I've got bad news. They're having a tutor come in. I won't be in school. I know it sucks for you, but there's no way I can sit through classes.
It's okay. I'm fine.
Don't lie to me. Don't forget, up until recently, I was there with you in school. I know what it's like for you.
Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Just worry about getting better.
I will.
High school without Sarah was rough. She looked out for me, and it was lonely without her there. In the middle of my freshman year, I started talking to a girl that I never thought I would, Lynn. I knew her in passing, but we weren't friends. The day we struck up a conversation, I was excited that I might have gained someone to hang out with right here in school. I loved Fawn, still do. But Rochester is about 3 hours away, and she's 5 years older than myself. College and work kept her busy a lot.
The bell is going to ring any minute. Just remember, your projects are due next Monday. I'll see you all tomorrow.
Here, let me help you out, dude.
Thank you. How stupid of me to drop all my stuff when we need to get out of here, huh?
Whatever. Things happen. I see you have a copy of the new Mummy movie there. It was awesome.
I love it. The whole concept is thrilling.
Definitely. You're lucky you got it.
You don't.
Yeah, right. My parents spend money on me and not themselves. No.
I can make a copy for you. Dubbing things is sort of my specialty.
Really? You'd just give it to me?
Sure.
Thanks.
Lynn, are you coming?
Yeah, hang on. Actually, Nikki, come in a sec. Josh has given me a copy of The Mummy.
Cool. Hi, Josh.
Hey, Nicole. You're related to Carl and Linda Cougar, right? My family's known them for years.
Yeah, Carl's my dad's cousin. When we moved back here last year, Linda and Carl helped us settle the house.
Well, we gotta get to class, but you want to sit with us tomorrow at lunch?
Sure. I'll bring that movie in. Saturday, I found myself at Lynn's house, having a movie night with her, Nicole, and their friend Krista. It felt nice to be hanging out with people outside of my family. I remember thinking that this is what normal teenagers must feel like.
Oh, I love this part. Isn't that just sick?
I thought it was cool. Do any of you watch shows like Buffy?
Religiously.
What about Charmed?
Yeah?
We all watched that one.
It totally sucks that Prue died.
I know, right?
I don't think the new girl's too bad.
Rose? She isn't. I'm a huge Shannon Doherty fan. She's got real talent in acting and producing. They were stupid to let her go.
Not to be a total loser, but do you watch Hercules?
And Xena, totally.
Yes? How cool would it be to be in a show like that?
I don't know. I'd be nervous.
It wouldn't be too bad. I think I could get down with that.
Maybe you should go to college for it, since you're old and all.
Hey now. Just because I'm a senior and y'all are freshman losers.
At least we're not old.
You know something? My aunt has a camera. Maybe we can make a movie or something.
That'd be cool. A time period one, definitely.
Yeah, like in ancient Greece.
No, that'd be dumb. They've already done tons of movies like that. We should definitely do it in medieval Europe.
Okay. I am sort of getting into writing, and I had an idea not too long ago for a movie trilogy. Sort of like the J.R.R. Tolkien books, Lord of the Rings.
Overdone.
Wait, just listen. It's about this guy who lost his whole family, all but his sister. And he is tricked into freeing a dark, evil enchantress to save his sister from a vision of death. And then he is turned evil and all sorts of crazy things happened.
Have you put it on paper yet?
No, not yet.
You'd better let me help you do it. It sounds cool enough, but I do my share of writing too, and I want in. Besides, we wouldn't want a newbie to screw it up.
Okay. Her comments definitely hurt my feelings. But in my desperation to have friends, I just let it go. I thought that if I said anything, she probably wouldn't want to be my friend. And then I'd be back to doing everything alone. I was just too young and too jaded by my other classmates to understand that real friends can be honest with each other without the result being a loss of that friendship. I should have been honest with Lynn from the beginning. Looking back at it all, I don't really think she meant to hurt me. I think she had a low sense of self-worth, and it was easier to make comments to her friends than to deal with her feelings about herself. I suppose it didn't do either of us any favors to stay silent about things. Live and learn.
So, how was your hangout?
Hey, Ash. It was fine, I guess.
What did you do?
Watch TV.
So, how was it?
Good. Hey, the girls and I were talking, and we were thinking of making our own movie. Do you think Aunt Dee would let us use her video camera?
I'm not sure. You can call her and ask her, though. What brought this idea on?
Well, surprisingly enough, we all watched the same shows, and we were talking about how it would be fun to be in one of them. You know how I've been thinking of being a writer and have lots of different stories plotted in my head? Well, we were thinking of using one of the ideas that I have.
I guess you'd better get busy then,
No, Lynn said she wanted to do most of the actual writing. She said she doesn't want me to screw it up.
What does that mean?
I don't know, really. But I don't care either way. It would be so much fun to do a project with other people.
That's all well and good, but it doesn't mean she gets to say you can't write a good story. I want to be in your movie so I can keep an eye on this Lynn girl.
You do remember that you're my little sister, right?
What does that have to do with anything? I'll still tell her what's what if she says anything rude to you.
She does have a point, my young Steven Spielberg.
It's not like that, you guys. Lynn isn't mean to me. But yes, Ashley, you can be in the movie as long as you don't cost me my new friends.
Movie? What did I miss?
Hey, Dad. My new friends are making a movie with me. It's one of the story ideas that I've been kicking around in my head.
Oh, cool. Sounds good, Piehole.
You know you can't call me that when my friends are here, right?
What's the matter, Josh? Don't you trust me?
As a matter of fact, no, I don't.
Gee, I can't imagine why not.
All right, who's having ice cream? We've got a board game calling our names.
I was so excited about this new project that I barely slept that night. I got up early the next morning and practically inhaled my breakfast before picking up the phone and calling Aunt Dee.
Hello?
Hey, Aunt Dee.
You miss me already, Josh. You were just here yesterday morning. How did your hangout with your friends go?
Good. That's why I'm calling, actually.
Oh.
Well, we got the crazy idea to take one of my stories and turn it into a movie, acting the parts out ourselves.
Josh, are you asking for my camera?
Would you say yes if I was?
Ask me and find out.
Aunt Dee, may I please borrow your camera for a movie shoot?
Well, I guess since you asked so politely, sure you can.
Thanks so much.
Sure.
I got right to work on writing down the outline for the script that afternoon. Lynn and I decided to meet up in the school park the following Friday to discuss filming strategies.
This looks alright, but you need more things in between the main plot points.
What do you mean?
Like, you go from main event to main event. The kingdom's attacked. Sage and Adriana fly straight into visions of him becoming evil. Cantalia's freed. You need some stuff going on in between those things, like downtime for the characters.
Oh. Well, I could try and add some things.
Don't pout and act like a kicked puppy. The outline's alright. This is why you need me. I'll add this stuff and we'll go from there. Have you thought about filming locations?
Yeah. I thought we could use my mom and dad's old trailer for the scenes with Sage and Adrienne.
Which is totally going to be me and Krista, by the way.
I was thinking that too. You guys would play the parts awesomely. I wanted to play Rayon T.
Dude, you are so not fit for a warrior role. You're way too soft for that.
I think I could pull it off. That's why they call it acting after all, right?
We can try to direct you and make it work, I guess. What about the other shots? Krista said we could use her parents' woods for some of it if we wanted.
That's cool. I was thinking of asking my Aunt Diane and Uncle Jimmy if we could use their lawn and woods too. My Aunt Sue said we could film up at their place, for the close-up shots of us against the stone wall of the castle. They live in a stone farmhouse up the road. Oh, I asked my dad if we could use the Masonic Hall for the castle interior shots. He is the lodge master, and he ran it by the other members. We can use the staircase and downstairs if we want to.
Sweet. Good thinking.
Before we knew it, we were in the thick of filming. My Aunt Diane was happy to let us use her lawn to film on. She even had the idea to use the outside of her old barn for the exterior shots of Sage and Adrienne's cottage. Aunt Diane is my dad's sister, which makes her Sarah's aunt too. When she felt up to it, she joined us and helped out with the set designs and props while Nicole and Ashley took turns running the camera.
Ugh, where's the script? It's so hot out here. I just want to get this stupid shot recorded and go swimming.
The script is in the prop bin on the porch. Didn't you read it ahead to know your lines?
No, I've been busy with band and stuff.
No, it's not. I've got it right here.
You're the best, Ash. Now, what shot is it?
Scene 29.
We are so changing this. Some of these lines are too much of a mouthful.
What's so hard about them?
It's just not the way we'd say them. Here, Krista, look at this.
Well, usually actors in movies say things however the writer or director tells them to. That's why it's called acting, being someone you aren't, meaning saying the lines differently than you would say them.
Well, we just aren't doing that. Besides, it's not like Josh is paying us, now is it?
If you don't want to do this, we don't have to. I just
You're
thought...
acting like a kicked puppy again. It's fine. We're just going to have to change things a little bit.
Sorry, Josh. There's no way I'm going to be able to remember some of these longer lines.
See? I told you.
Well, I'm gonna go grab us all some sodas. Josh, Ashley, will you help me carry them all?
Yeah.
We'll be right back. Since the lines are so hard, you guys should go over them a few times while we're gone.
Does she always talk that way to you?
Yeah. No. I guess so. Why?
Because it isn't right. You don't deserve to be treated that way.
I wanted to slap her a good one. We're changing the lines. They're too hard. Give me a break.
It isn't that bad. Besides, it's how friends are, right?
No, it isn't.
Oh. Well, honestly, it's so nice to have friends to do things with that I don't really care. I can take it. Krista doesn't ever say anything mean to me. It's mostly Lynn. And I don't think she means anything by it. I do my best to do things the way she thinks we should. She's way better at all of these things than I am.
That's not true at all. Lynn isn't better than you. She's just a bully if you ask me. I don't know why Krista and Nicole don't say anything to her.
Something you'll learn about people soon, little cousin. They usually don't say anything because it's easier not to get involved.
That's such crap.
Are we gonna get those sodas or what?
Hey, kids. How's the big movie shoot going?
All right.
Good. I was thinking that if you guys all wanted to stay for supper, I could throw together some pasta salad and Uncle Jimmy could grill us some burgers.
My favorite. Are you sure you don't mind us all staying?
Oh, Joshua, now would I have asked if I didn't want you all to stay? Jim, throw on a few extra burgers for the kids.
Aunt Diane and Uncle Jimmy have always been so good to me. They're like my second set of parents, and my aunt is one of the very few people who gets away with calling me Joshua. We did stay for a cookout that evening, and it was a good time. Before we knew it, the movie was shot, and I was already planning my second script for the saga. I really love directing and producing. I knew while working on this project that I wanted to go to college for film, art, and design. However, before we could get to college, I had to make it through the rest of high school. I started with earth science, and my mom had the idea of hiring Krista as my tutor. I had already been to her house for a few movie shots, and I was comfortable there.
What'd you say you were working on in class?
Rocks.
Okay.
As I mentioned earlier, labs are my favorite breed of dog. Chocolate being my favorite of the fur colors. At that moment, a large chocolate lab happened to come barreling in and straight over to where I sat on the couch. Hey there. Who is this, Krista?
That's my brother's dog, Tank. But be careful, he doesn't really like anyone but my brother.
I didn't even know that you had a brother. Does he live here too?
He did. He's got a few things to deal with right now. He's just trying to sort his life out and won't be back for a while. Anyway, we have Tank now for the foreseeable future. Well, would you look at that? Feel honored because he doesn't really like many people. He's very temperamental.
He probably just misses your brother.
Probably. Now, back to earth science.
The tutoring sessions at Krista's became something I looked forward to every week. We grew closer than I was with my other friends. Krista didn't make me feel like I had to work so hard to be her friend. It seemed like she simply enjoyed my company. I kept up our weekly visits long after the earth science lessons were over. Tank had a hand in that. He was a dog missing his owner, and I was an owner longing for a dog of my own. I asked Krista if she thought her brother might give him to me, but that didn't pan out. I was bummed out, but I understood. Things were quiet in my life for a while, and as it did every time, I let my guard down. Everything changed again. I had an eye doctor's appointment around my 16th birthday.
There has been no change or fluctuation with your vision since our last exam.
Thank God.
Good. Now go ahead and ask him your question, son.
Okay, I was wondering, since my sight hasn't changed, can I get my permit this March?
I thought you knew. Okay. I know this is going to be hard to hear, Josh, and I'm sorry I have to be the one to tell you. But with your vision, you won't be able to get your driver's license.
So, you're saying there's no way? I won't be able to drive?
I'm afraid not. I'm sorry, Josh.
It was a very long and quiet ride home. I couldn't believe it. No car, no freedom. I felt trapped, like a prisoner within my own body. I must have seemed so out of character to my poor sister and grandmother Barb, my dad's mom, when I came home that evening. I didn't even acknowledge them when I walked in. I headed straight for the phone. I was numb. Everyone and everything felt a million miles away.
What happened?
What's wrong, Mom?
Krista, can you come and get me? She did come and get me, without hesitation. I'm glad nobody else was home when she got to her house that night. I sat on the couch between her and Tank and sobbed, unable to control my emotions.
It'll be okay.
No, it won't. It'll never be okay. I'm never going to have a normal life. It just wasn't enough that I get tormented daily by people in school, that I can't play sports, that I can't even get a part in the school play because I take too long reading my lines during auditions. Now this? Krista, what did I do? I was so horrible. I deserve this.
I don't know, Josh. Sometimes bad things just happen to good people. I'm so sorry. I wish there was something I could do. I'll drive you around when I can.
I know you will. You're a good friend. I don't know what I'd do without you.
You know it. Hey, maybe we could round up Nicole and Lynn and head to the mall this weekend. We can grab something to eat and see what's new in FYE.
That was a hard pill to swallow. I began to grow depressed at my lack of ability to do things for myself. I felt stupid having to have help getting around. Not only with the driving, but the actual walking around in public with the help of my cane or another person. I was just so angry. What I overheard my friends say about me the week of our trip to the mall just about pushed me over the edge.
I think we should just tell him we want it to be a girls' day. That way we don't have to deal with helping him get around and we can actually have fun.
Lynn, that's harsh. I think Krista planned the whole trip to make him feel better.
Oh, come on. You two are enablers when it comes to helping him. I've told him over and over he needs to learn to use his other senses. He doesn't even try to do things for himself. Be honest, you know I'm right.
I mean, I don't mind helping sometimes. He just latches on like a tentacle when he's nervous.
That's what I'm saying. Let's ditch him and have a much needed day out without dealing with guiding him around or listening to the whiny stuff. Besides, Krista can just take him to see that stupid dog later on. That's all he really cares about anyway. I think he likes animals better than people.
I hate being mean. I really don't mind hanging out with him. Huh. He does love that dog, though. Maybe he'd have a better time going with her to do that after our mall trip.
Having to take him over there to see it must drive Krista totally nuts. It would me.
I felt so betrayed. I knew the way Lynn treated me was wrong, but I didn't realize she hated me so much. Was hanging out with me just a charity case to them all? My mind began to race. Did everyone hate me? Did I really annoy Krista? Did she dislike taking me over to her house to hang out with her and Tank? I hope not. I was pretty much done with Lynn after that. I didn't harbor the same feelings towards Nicole as I did Lynn, but they were my friends, and I was never one to start drama. I hated confrontation, still do. That is why I never really told Krista about my experiences with the others back then either. As for the mall trip, I made that easy for them all and told them that I just wasn't up for it. Krista met a guy shortly after the whole incident, and she became less and less available to hang out the way that she had been doing. When she moved in with him, the trips to hang out at her parents' house became almost non-existent. I tried to be happy for her, but I missed both her and Tank something awful. My job at Aunt Dee's came to a quick halt as well. The rabbits and guinea pigs had grown old and died, and they decided they really didn't need me to come up and scoop up the cat box and see the dog. I was as saddened about that as I was about not seeing Krista and Tank. I became rather numb for the next few years, and reverted back inwards, staying in my room a lot and watching my TV shows. I became focused on a rewrite I wanted to do for the series Charmed, and stopped making time for anything outside that and my school.
Evil is a faithful foe, but good does battle best. We witches will, with these words, waste the warlock's evil
Oh,
zest.
no.
Wonderful, witty, but wordy.
That's changing too. Prue's death isn't the only thing that's going to be undone. Why couldn't the showrunner kick ass like Joss Whedon?
Josh, I'm sorry to interrupt your work, but are you coming with us to Ashley's game? The cheerleaders are doing their routine during the game tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be great, but I spend enough time in that hellhole as it is. I'm staying in and working, if that's alright.
Ashley would really like it if you came. Your dad and I thought we could grab subs afterwards. It could be fun.
I really don't want to. Are you going to make me?
No, you don't have to if you really don't want to. I'd better go get around.
I felt bad. I knew she wanted me to go, but I hated spending any more time in my high school than I had to. What I didn't realize at the time was how worried about me she was. My mother is one of the best people I know, and in light of all I had been going through, she set out to make sure my 18th birthday would be special. Very special.
So, I've got something to tell you.
What?
Well, your father and I've talked it over, and we've decided that maybe you can finally get that lab puppy you've always wanted.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm serious. Your cousin Andy has decided to breed Daisy, so you can have a pup.
What? Why? Why would he do that for me?
Well, we all know that you've wanted a puppy and how much you care about Tank. I know you miss him. How would you feel about your own puppy?
Well, I definitely don't hate the idea. I was almost scared to be excited about it. It seemed that every time something would go right for me, then the other shoe would drop and ruin everything. An awful way to think, but with all that I had experienced up to that point, it was impossible to think any other way. In spite of my reluctance, I couldn't help but get more and more excited as my senior year progressed. Soon I'd be free to leave this school behind. I was about to be the proud owner of a lab, I was applying to local colleges to study film, and the fact that I could now sign out any period I didn't have class was a definite perk. Senior privileges allowed me to leave campus often. Many times I'd sit in the park or in Huvelton Cemetery and write. On days it wasn't too cold out, that is. I remember setting out one day with the intention to walk down to the park, when an unexpected surprise changed where I would spend the next 41 minutes.
Hey, Josh.
Hey, Nikki.
Free period?
Yeah.
Me too. Where are you headed?
To the park. Got some writing to do.
Oh. Good luck. Hey, Josh?
Yeah?
Would you go to lunch with me? I've been wanting to talk to you.
We made small talk on the way to our favorite sub shop, Direct Subs. It was about a 10-minute drive from our high school. The whole time I could tell she wanted to say something much more important than the generic statements we were making. We both already knew how the weather had been that year, and what new plot twist had come about on the various shows we both watched. When our food was ready, we really started to open up to each other.
I stopped hanging out with Lynn.
Really? When did that happen?
Not long after you did. I haven't really been hanging out with anybody.
Not even Krista?
Not really. She's been super busy with her boyfriend in college.
I know. I haven't talked to her in a while either, Nikki. You and Lynn had a few other friends I hung out with once. Heather and Andrea. You don't hang out with them either?
Not really. When I stopped hanging out with Lynn, everyone else sort of stopped hanging out with me too.
Why did you stop hanging out with her?
Because she's toxic to be around. I know you know what I mean. She was downright ignorant to you. I couldn't stand it, and I'm sorry I didn't tell her off for you. She wasn't as blunt about things with the rest of us, but she was not all that nice to us either, Josh. I just thought it would be nice to catch up. I've been wanting to talk to you for a while. I'm honestly pretty lonely these days.
I can relate to that. Hey, if you aren't busy this weekend, maybe we can take a mini road trip up to Postum and visit Krista. Could be a good time. It was like no time had passed for us. We picked up right where we had left off. Nikki was and still is a great friend, and a hell of a person. We spent a lot of time together the rest of senior year. My apologies, I'm getting ahead of myself again. Near my birthday, which is in March, my mother asked me to help out at a dinner that my local church was hosting as a fundraiser. I really didn't want to do it, but I did not tell my mother no. It's awfully quiet in here. And why are the doors to the dining area closed?
I don't know. Let's see.
My mother had planned me a surprise party and invited my entire family and friends. When I scanned the room, I saw that she had invited Lynn as well. I never told her what had happened between Lynn and I, so she didn't know that we weren't hanging out anymore. Sarah was there too. She hadn't been up for a social gathering in a long while, and I was so happy to see her there. Then my focus became fixed on my cousin Debbie, or more specifically, the little black bundle in her arms. It was my puppy.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. So much.
Have you named him yet?
Yeah. His name is Riley. Hey, wait. I thought you told me that Andy told you he couldn't come home for a few weeks because he wasn't drinking water yet.
Well, I couldn't ruin the party.
You lied.
Okay, I lied, but it was a good lie, right? I mean, you are surprised.
I'd say.
Isn't he cute? Hi, Riley. Let's take him over to see Grandma.
Grandma Barb was sitting with Sarah and her mom, my Aunt Dorsey. Sarah had a grin on her face that I recognized all too well. Sarah, did you have something to do with this?
Maybe just a little.
Hi, little puppy. Were you surprised, Joshy?
Much like Joshua, Joshi is something very few people on this earth are ever allowed to call me. I let Grandma get away with it because I am quite certain I'd have lost the fight had I ever tried to get her to call me anything else. She was a woman who spoke her mind and did things precisely her way. It didn't stop my Aunt Dorsey from stepping in to help me out, though.
Barb, don't call him that too loud. His friends are right over there.
What? I was just asking if he was surprised.
It's all good. Yeah, Grandma, I was honestly very surprised. I had no idea this was coming.
I did.
Well, we all did, obviously. If anyone deserves a nice surprise, it's you, Josh. Happy birthday.
Thanks, Aunt Dorsey. Love you.
I love you too.
Hope I'm not interrupting.
No, not at all. Hey, Lynn.
Been a while, bro. How you been?
Not bad, I guess. You?
Same.
Hey, Piehole. Happy birthday.
Dad!
Don't sweat it, dude. You should hear the names my dad comes up with for me.
My brother isn't giving you too much trouble, is he, Josh?
Not too much, I guess. I'm glad you came, Uncle Steve. Aunt Dorsey and Sarah are right over there.
I know that, Bimmer. I didn't come here for them. I came here to eat your mother's cake. Hey, Amy needs your help with that, John. She sent me to get you.
No problem.
Bimmer, Another nickname?
Yeah.
My mom's parents, my Gram and Grandpa, made their way over to me then. Grandpa pushing Gram's wheelchair. My Gram was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis the year I was born and knew what it was like to be different and ostracized for it. So she looked out for me as best she could.
Happy birthday, Josh. Oh, we are so proud of you. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks, Gram.
Your Uncle Mark and Aunt Becky called from Virginia last night, and they wanted you to know that they too are very proud of you. We can't wait to see what you do after graduation.
Thanks, Grandpa.
Again, I want to tell you, we are all so proud of you. Happy birthday.
I had a great time at the party. Everyone loved Mom's cake. She has a knack for pretty much anything involving cooking or baking. It was the beginning of a happy period of my life. I decided to forgive Lynn, who acted quite different from that point on. As I mentioned earlier, I think she was taking out her own frustrations with her personal life on myself and her other friends. Speculation, of course. But it makes sense to me. Sarah came back to school shortly after my birthday, and it wasn't long before she and I graduated alongside our friends. They even let her and I walk down the aisle of the school auditorium together, so I wouldn't trip or run into anything. My Aunt Dorsey is like my mom. Sweet and kind to a fault. As soon as Sarah and I got our acceptance letters from Postham State University, she took us apartment hunting in the area. We found an awesome one right off of campus. The landlord allowed pets, and before we knew it, we were moving in. Is that the last of them?
Oh, I hope so.
I've got the last one right here. Your mom went to get us pizza from Sergi, Sarah.
Man, where do we even start?
Pick a room, any room.
We set up the apartment in no time and headed off to our first semester of classes a few weeks later. Most of my classes were general education requirement courses. Lots of things I wasn't thrilled about having to do, like math and history. My academic advisors said that they were intended to make sure postum students were well-rounded when they graduated. I thought it was a money grab myself. But things were going great, and I didn't care.
Good morning, class. Today we will be discussing mass hysteria. Now, probably one of the most infamous examples of mass hysteria comes from the Salem witch trials, where there were questionable convictions carried out by the people in a small colonial town in Massachusetts back in 1692 and 3. Now, who can tell me what were some of the reasons why the people of Salem started prosecuting these women?
Fear, mostly. People have a tendency to fear things that they don't understand or can't control. In the time that those poor women lived, being different or misunderstood was a dangerous thing. To a far lesser degree, it still is today. Things were going so well. I interacted with my peers and professors in a way I never did in high school. Riley adjusted to our new home and the new schedule. I even walked him around campus so he could see where I was when I was gone. Sarah decided during the first semester that college wasn't her thing and moved back home. A good buddy of mine moved in afterwards, Wolf. We had so many great times while living together, but they were cut short at the end of our third semester. My sight suddenly got a lot worse. I went from being able to see all right when things were in larger print or right in front of me to seeing basic shapes and shadows. It was sudden and devastating. All of my bitter, angry feelings came rushing back out, and I was absolutely miserable. I had to transfer my credits to an online school and move back to my hometown, leaving Wolf and my apartment behind. It was too hard for me to try and walk to class in the snow. I got lost. A lot. The final straw for me was when I almost got hit by a car. I was in the middle of the road and didn't know it because the sun's glare on the white blanket covering the ground completely blinded me. I felt like such a failure leaving school like that. But what could I do? As I got ready to move back in with my parents, a perfect opportunity fell into my lap. Our next-door neighbors were moving out, and they had offered me their house if I wanted to buy it. Of course I did. I figured living next door to Mom and Dad was ideal for me. I was on my own, but I had them right there when and if I needed them. I might have lost the career I wanted, which I was mad as hell about, but at least I would get a basic 2-year degree and have a home of my own. Dad?
Yeah, it's me.
What do you think?
Not bad. Needs some work, but I expected that.
Mom said the living room needs some paint. She said the color is awful.
It's not pretty, that's for sure. So how exactly is this working? Your mom mentioned a land contract?
Yeah, Mrs. Dill said she thought I should rent for the winter and be sure I could handle everything financially before I locked myself into something permanent. If all goes well, my lease becomes the land contract by June.
Are you sure about this? Sounds fishy. Especially if they're letting you paint and change things before you sign the land contract.
She seems sincere. She's super religious. Wouldn't screwing me over go against her belief?
I guess so. I just want to make sure you aren't going to be hurt any more than you already have been.
I know. Thanks, Dad.
Knock, knock. I thought I'd drop by and see the new place.
Hey, cousin.
I'm sorry about your eyes and everything. Can't say I'm sad that you're back in town, though.
Who's this you've brought with you, Sarah?
Oh, sorry. Uncle John, Josh, this is Amanda. She's my girlfriend.
Hi. It's nice to meet you.
Hi. Nice to meet you, too.
You've brought a shy one home, hmm? That won't last long. We'll get you talking before you know it. We're not a shy bunch.
I told her that, but she didn't believe me.
Believe it, it's true. Things can get a little crazy with this family, especially around the holidays.
Well, I'll let you kids catch up. Gotta head to the barn and get started.
Bye, Dad.
Later, Uncle John.
Bye.
So, how long have you two been together?
A few months. We have so much to catch up on.
Amanda didn't stay shy around me for long at all. She fit right into our crazy family, and I took to her instantly. She is an amazing person and someone I am proud to call one of my closest friends still today. She and Sarah helped me paint along with my mom, dad, and sister. Mom picked out curtains and made the place homey. Taking classes online was a challenge for me. I had no training from the Commission for the Blind at that point, and I didn't even know what a screen reader was. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's a program on a blind or visually impaired person's computer that talks to us and allows us to navigate our computers as effectively as a sighted person. My mother took the time to read me my course materials and help me type up my papers. She sat in on my virtual class discussions and was amazingly supportive through it all. I honor her for having the patience to work through it with me. My new limitations had me so frustrated that I constantly questioned why I was even bothering to learn at all. In conclusion, I found my time at Empire State College to be an enriching experience that has prepared me for a job in the field of my choosing.
Is that it?
Yep, you can go ahead and post it to the discussion board.
Congratulations, you are officially done with college. If all goes well, you'll have your Associates of Arts diploma within the next few months.
Thanks for all your help, Mom. You and Dad aren't going to make me go to the huge graduation up in Saratoga, are you?
Honey, you're an adult. We can't make you do anything. We'd be happy to take you if you wanted to go. But we understand how overwhelming an event that size, with that many people, would be for you.
Oh, thank God. I have no desire to go. There's something else I am in hopes you will be understanding about. I feel bad for Riley because I can't see well enough to walk him anymore, and I pretty much suck at trying to throw him a ball and get him to retrieve it. And so I was thinking I might get him a playmate. Another lab puppy, I mean.
Do you really think that's a good idea?
Is what a good idea?
I want to get Riley a buddy, but Mom doesn't seem to think it's a good idea.
A puppy?
It's not that. I can see why you want to do it.
It's just that you don't think I can handle it now that I'm blind?
I'll help.
It's not that at all. There's just so many factors. You have to come up with the money to purchase one, then the shots and the puppy food. Are you sure you can afford it?
Yes, I've been saving and planning for a few months. I really want this for Riley's sake.
Any idea where you're going to get one?
Not yet. I haven't started looking yet. I wanted to finish up my coursework first.
I'll go get the paper and look right now. This is exciting.
Mom reluctantly went along with the plan, and my sister was honestly a great help. I went up to the family farm, which is where Grandma, Uncle Steve, Aunt Dorsey, Sarah, and Amanda, and Sarah's little brother Adam all lived. I was eager to share the news with the girls. Sarah's dog Cujo met me at the front door, excited to see me as usual. Hey, Cooch.
Bella, is that you?
Yeah. Where are you guys?
My room.
Are you excited Josh is here too, Cooch?
Of course he is, aren't you? I love you too, my man.
Okay, Cujo. No more kisses.
He's fine. It doesn't bother me. I have got news.
You're the only one he gets that excited for, you know.
Of course. Who else is as awesome as me? Anyway, I finished up my discussion board responses today. Officially done with college.
Awesome. Congratulations.
That's not the exciting part. I decided that I'm getting another lab. Riley needs a buddy.
Oh, that's sweet. That's a good idea.
Riley will love that. I'm telling you, we should introduce Cujo to Riley and the puppy when you get it. He'll love them.
Before long, we did find the next addition to my household. He was a beautiful chocolate lab puppy that I named Sam. Riley was ecstatic, and the two were instant friends. I didn't end up having the chance to introduce them to Cujo, because what came along next was a flurry of events that hit hard and fast. My neighbors went back on their word to allow me to turn my lease into the land contract. They more or less kicked me out to move their daughter in. I was heartbroken to leave the house behind, as I had worked so hard to make it my own. Then, before I was even completely settled back into my parents' house, Riley got very sick. He ended up with a bacterial tumor on his kidney and needed surgery. Things started looking up for him until the night of January 18th. He had a massive stroke around midnight. It was terrifying for me. I couldn't do anything but lay curled up with him in the living room floor. My dad approached early the next morning.
Did you get any sleep?
No.
Is he any better?
I don't think so.
Do you want me to call the vet's office?
Yeah. It was around 6 in the morning, and the vet said that the best he could do was to meet us at his office at 9. I was furious that we had to wait 3 hours. I wanted him to come into our house right then and there. I didn't want to have to load my poor Riley into the car. It was freezing out, and he was having enough trouble breathing as it was. Regardless of my feelings, we had no choice but to wait and carefully carry him out to the car. I sat in the back with him under a blanket.
We didn't even make it to the end of the road before the unimaginable happened.
Mom, he isn't breathing.
What? Oh God! John, stop the car!
I'm sorry, Josh. He's gone.
No. No. No, he can't be gone. He can't be gone.
So sorry, honey.
No. No. No, he can't be gone. No. No. Not Riley. Not Riley.
Yes, this is John Price. We won't be in. We lost the dog.
I can't lose my Riley. No. 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 They say the first cut is the deepest. And in that moment, I found that out. Riley was my first big loss as a pet owner. It was harder than having to deal with being tortured in high school. It was harder than losing my vision, giving up the career I wanted. It hurt more than anything I had ever faced. We carried Riley back into our house and laid him on top of his kennel in the dining room while we waited for my Uncle Richard to bring down the tractor to bury him. Sam was as sad as I was. He dragged all of their toys into the kennel beneath Riley and laid there whining softly, which only made me cry harder. The whole thing was over in a matter of a few hours. I spent the next few days sleeping on the couch. I couldn't go up to my room and sleep without him. Sammy slept at my feet. I remember telling my mother with absolute certainty that I would see Riley again. I didn't know how or when, just that I would. She didn't really know what to say and responded with something like, "That'd be nice." It was a week before I left the house. I went down to the farm to see Sarah and Amanda.
He knows you're sad.
That's a good boy, Cujo. Love Josh Job. Stupid question. You okay?
I guess so. As okay as I'm going to be.
You look like you haven't slept much.
I haven't, really. I kept having the same nightmare over and over.
Do you want to talk about it?
I wake up in my dream, and it's night. I can hear a faint whining, and I head out to his grave. The hole is uncovered, and he's lying down there. Someone pushes me in from behind, and I scramble to stand up. As I climb out, my sister is standing there. For whatever reason, I can see her clearly. She's in a powder blue coat, and her eyes are pure white. And she says, "See? He still cries for you. You never should have left him down there."
That's horrible. How's Sammy doing with everything?
He's sad too.
Have you thought about...
Getting another dog? Well, I don't know, honestly. The idea of replacing Riley sounds awful to me. And I'm just so tired. I don't think I can handle another puppy.
It's not a replacement. It's adding another member to the family. Riley wouldn't want you or Sam to be sad.
But if you aren't ready yet, then you aren't ready. There's no rush, and if you decide not to at all, then that's okay too. I'm gonna suggest something, and I hope you won't be offended. When my body hurts from whatever the hell's wrong with me, and I can't sleep, I slip out into the garage and smoke a little weed. I know in the past you've been very against it, but...
You know what? Screw it. Yeah, I'll give it a try. I can't stand the way I feel. Something's gotta give. It did help quite a bit. I got some much-needed sleep, and my anxieties were significantly dulled. I did end up getting another puppy for Sam. He was a black lab named Leo, and they bonded quickly. In my numb state, though I didn't realize I was doing it, I kept them both at arm's length for a while. Something I regret to this day.
Hello.
Hey, Uncle Matt. It's Josh.
Hey, Chief, how's it going? How's the new pup?
He's fine.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm alright. Did you hear the news? Joss Whedon's bringing Buffy and Angel back as comic books. They're licensed continuations that pick up the storylines right where they left off and everything.
I did hear that, actually. Rumor has it that they will be publishing a Firefly series, too.
Do you know if they make audiobooks out of comics? I'm excited to see what comes next, especially for Buffy and the gang.
I don't think so, but I don't know. I'll look into that for you. I know that YouTube sometimes has people reviewing them and talking about the plot and whatnot. Maybe your mom can help you search for that. That'll give you something to check out while I'm looking into this.
Thanks. I'll do that. Oh yeah, Mom told me to tell you to visit soon. Actually, her exact words were, "Tell my baby brother to get his ass over here for coffee soon."
Tell her I'll do my best. Teaching this year has been a nightmare for me. I got a couple of problem students. You know how it is.
I vaguely recall.
Hey, I just thought of something else. On most of the publishers' websites, they have a contact us option. Maybe I could help you email them and request audio versions of their comics. That is, if they aren't already available.
That'd be awesome. Thanks. True to his word, he did look into things for me. The comic book companies did not offer any form of audio version of their product. He helped me generate a very professional letter to them, requesting that they create a secondary marketable product for blind or visually impaired individuals. We suggested they charge the same amount as the trade paperback editions of each comic, thus doubling their profits by having more media to sell. They responded a few months later with a very matter-of-fact response. They basically stated that they did not care if blind or visually impaired folks could enjoy their product, and they were not going to even consider accommodating us. This, of course, pissed me off to no end. And like I always did at the time, I went up to the farm to complain to my girls about it.
That's such BS. That's 100% discrimination.
Whatever. Par for the course with me. You guys want to head out and smoke some?
Sure, I was thinking about heading out there myself anyway.
Hold on a minute. Josh, did you know that a guy on YouTube, SmartJoe299, was making animated videos of the Buffy comics?
My love. He called me my love.
What?
And then I...
Let me see. Yep. Well, there you go.
That's kind of neat.
What do they look like?
They're a little cheesy, but cute. Remember when I used to play The Sims 2? Well, they look like that.
Cool.
Let me see something here. Have you ever heard of the Slay Alive Buffy fan forums?
No. Why?
It looks like Smart Joe and his cast talk back and forth in a discussion forum. He had a link to it at the bottom of the page.
Really?
Yeah, want me to create you a profile and say something for you? I can type whatever you want to say.
Well, I don't know. What would I say?
How about something like, I love what you're doing, or maybe I have experience with acting, need any more actors?
Oh, no, I haven't acted in a while. I couldn't. I mean, how would I even record myself?
We have a microphone. That's not an issue.
I was skeptical of the idea, but went along with it anyhow. Smart Joe was awesome and invited me to his cast right away. I had fun acting out the parts he gave me and recorded them with Amanda's help. The rest of the cast was pretty cool as well. I talked with them on the forum and then later through AOL Messenger. Amanda was awesome about typing my thoughts out and sitting with me so I could socialize with other Buffy fans. Among the cast was Danner, someone I feel fortunate to call a friend still today. I was still hurting over all the loss I had recently been through, but I really enjoyed being a part of something so unique. Things were starting to look up a little. And like they always did, when I relaxed and let my guard down, everything changed again. My parents decided to separate, which had a ripple effect that was horrible. Ashley and our mother moved out, and I stayed behind with my dad and my dogs. Family on both sides bombarded me with questions and rude statements about either my mom or dad. It was a depressing nightmare that was incredibly stressful. The peace I was starting to feel was gone. I sank further and further into the pot use, and soon mixed that with lots of beer drinking. I just didn't care anymore. Riley was dead, I was blind now, so my career was no longer an option. The house I was buying was ripped away abruptly, and now Mom and Dad were separated. Everything was wrong. This is not how life was supposed to turn out. I was all over the place emotionally. I would be angry and bitter, and then so depressed I didn't want to get out of bed. Needless to say, I was a mess. Hello.
It's me.
What's up?
Danner sent you an AOL message with a link.
To what?
A radio drama version of the Buffy comics. It sounds really professional. Seriously, you gotta hear this. Can your dad bring you up?
Probably. Is Danner in the cast? What the hell is a radio drama anyway?
Get up and let's go.
What makes you think I'm in bed?
Really? We hang out every day. I've got your schedule down. Lunch at 11, followed by a joint and a nap. Your cousin says move it, or she's coming up to get you herself.
She was right. I absolutely did love it. This version of Buffy was spot on, and there were lots of original stories and series featured on this site as well. I don't know what it was about those shows I listened to, but without realizing it, I started to become a little more positive about life, and I felt a little less lost. Trying to watch movies and television without my sight was almost pointless. I got so lost not being able to see what was going on. With radio drama, there were no visuals, as Amanda had told me. The content was designed to be understood solely by hearing it. The website was run by a girl named Tanya, and I wasted no time emailing her at the email address provided on her site. I offered my voice, as I did to Smart Joe, and thanked Danner a ton for sending me the link. Tanya responded to my message in no time at all, and we started talking through email. I was shocked when I found out that she was blind too. We exchanged numbers and started talking on the phone. Little did I know that my life was about to forever change, as I got to know this highly intelligent and incredibly talented girl. Sorry about the noise. My dogs always do this. Decide to move around and whine while I'm on the phone.
Don't worry about it. My guide dog Wendell does that sometimes. He squeaks a toy at the worst point in a conversation.
Oh, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one that happens to. So, if you don't mind me asking, how exactly do you put the radio dramas together yourself? Being blind, I mean.
It was a learning curve for sure, but it's no different than anything else on the computer. You just tab through the options with JAWS and follow the steps.
JAWS? What's that?
You don't know what JAWS is?
Nope.
That surprises me. Did the Commission for the Blind not offer you any assistive technology training?
Well, they did want me to go to a training center in the city, but I refused. I don't exactly like cities, and I have no idea how I'd ever get around without someone's help. It was a place called the Carroll Center in Boston.
That's close to where I live. I went there when I was younger. It's a great place, and the whole point is for them to teach you how to get around by yourself, how to function doing household chores, and, of course, assistive technology training. You should have gone. You still can.
Yeah, but you're from the city already, so it's not all that different of a setting for you. I'm a country guy, farmland and good dogs. I don't see myself going to a place like that. It's not really my thing. Not anymore, anyway.
That's too bad. Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Why do you dislike cities so much? There are way more opportunities for the blind here than in the country. Honestly, there really isn't anything for you to do at all out there.
I don't know. It's just the way I grew up, I guess. I'm used to the quiet, slow-paced life. I think about all the people in the busy traffic, not to mention the crime rate that goes with it. It just doesn't appeal to me personally. I think it must be the exact opposite for you, because you grew up there as opposed to here. So anyway, about JAWS. What is it?
It's a program that you install on your desktop that talks to you. When you learn the keyboard commands, you can use the computer the same as a sighted person. You should ask the Commission to buy it for you. I can teach you how to use it.
They do that?
They have to.
Our early conversations were mostly about different services that existed for the blind. She opened the door to so many things I never knew existed. Audio descriptive services was the top of the list. I thought the concept was brilliant. An extra audio track added to a movie or TV show that explained what was happening when the characters weren't talking. And the best part was that there was a website where I could download MP3s of lots of shows for free. I felt like just in telling me that, she gave me back something that I hadn't had in a long time. The ability to enjoy TV like I used to. We figured out quickly that though our differences in lifestyles was very much a thing, our core personalities were the same. We had the same experiences in high school, the same taste in television shows, the same interests in acting and producing, and even the same childhood favorite film, The Mummy. We decided early on that we had to hang out in person. I got in touch with my old pal Wolf, and we planned a road trip to good old Boston. I was elated.
So, are you nervous to meet her?
No, not really. Should I be? We've been talking for months now.
Do you like her? I mean, from the pictures you showed me, she's a very attractive girl. And smart, too. The things she puts up on her site, ooh, that's talent right there.
I don't know. I'd be lying if I said I never thought about the idea of dating. I'm just not good at that sort of thing. I guess we'll have to see how it goes. Plus, there's the whole city versus country aspect.
You know my opinion on that. You can do so much better than that hick town. You've got as much talent as she does, my man.
Thanks. And you're both probably right. I would most likely do well for myself in a city, but my heart's just not in it. I like my hometown, even if it is a hick town. It's quiet and secluded and fits my personality.
You know I've got your back, no matter what. I just have to say this, or I wouldn't be being a good friend. I think it's just that the idea of the city scares you now that you're blind. If you could get over that fear and give it a shot, I know you'll go far. I can't wait to see what else she has to teach you.
And teach me more, she certainly did. Where even to start on that topic? Wolf and I arrived late evening to Tanya's family home just outside of Boston.
You made it!
We made it. Tanya, this is my good buddy Wolf. Wolf, this is Tanya.
It's great to meet you.
Likewise. Josh shared some of your work with me, and it is fantastic, I've got to say.
Thanks, I appreciate that. Well, Josh, can I get a hug?
I thought you'd never ask.
And he says he's no good at it. Please.
Anyway.
I hope you guys are hungry. My mom and aunt made food.
We had a nice dinner and got to meet her family. And Wendell, of course. After we got settled in, we started planning out the week as far as what we were going to do. First up was a trip to Salem. Tanya only lives half an hour away or so from there. We took the train the next morning. Tanya decided to let the dog guide me while we walked the ornate sidewalks of the famous city. She thought it would be a good exercise for me. I'd be walking independently and seeing how a guide dog does their work.
Man, I wish you two could see these sidewalks. The cobblestone is beautiful.
I wish we could too. I was plotting a story back in high school that took place in Salem. Forward, Wendell. Hop up. Is that the right command, Tanya?
Yeah, you're doing great with him. Wolf, what can you tell me about the films that you guys did back in the day? Josh is sort of guarded about them.
What? Why?
You heard her work, man. Way better than what I put together back then.
Yeah, only because you and I were working with people who really didn't give a damn about what they were doing. I mean, Lynn? Need I say more? The scripts were good. Not to mention, we were working with a single camera, no boom mic, and limited props. For what we had to work with, I feel like we rocked it.
I bet. Josh told me the basic plot. Who did you play?
Newlith, Kintalia's right-hand man.
It was amusing because I was the good guy, and we had a lot of scenes where we fought each other. We'd hate each other on screen, and then go grab a slice of pizza after the shoot.
That's great. I really want to see these movies.
No. I promise you don't.
Oh, come on! We can grab a beer and laugh at ourselves.
Seriously. I keep telling Josh that we should adapt his old film scripts into radio and dramatize them.
I caved, and we did end up watching them together. She was set on adapting all of my old scripts, which bewildered me. Here I was, a person with very little self-confidence, who thought of his work as mediocre at best, and she wanted to adapt my work to feature it on her site? Her site was loaded with amazing content and featured people with real talent. It was here that she truly started to change my life. Her belief that I was good at writing slowly began to make me believe in myself. Little by little, over the next few years, her voice in the background of my mind started to replace that of Lynn. Where she made me feel inadequate and inferior to her, Tanya made me feel smart and on her level. But I get ahead of myself again. The next day, Wolf, Tanya, and I went to one of her favorite places in the city, a place called Habibi's Hookah Lounge. At the time, I will admit, I had no idea what a hookah even was. I found out very quickly, though. It didn't take me long to figure out why she loved it. The staff was so kind and accommodating. The entire experience was very cultural, as the place was run by an Arabic family. The Middle Eastern feel was awesome. I was very comfortable sitting in the couch with the hookah and the coffee table right in front of us. As someone who was used to smoking pot, it was oddly similar and yet completely different at the same time. Flavored tobacco provided a body buzz that was a different feel than getting high off of pot. We went with her favorite flavor, lemon mint rose. It was awesome.
What do you mean you can't?
I barely know how to use JAWS. I've never used it before you had me try out your computer. There's no way I can learn how to do what you do with the sound programs. You're an amazing audio producer.
Sure you can. Think about it. It would be a way to continue your film career. It's just, now you're creating films you hear rather than see.
All I need to do is load your laptop with the programs I use. While we're waiting on the commission to get you a version of JAWS, I can install a similar free program called NVDA.
You can do that?
Of course I can.
I went home feeling very different about myself. She gave me the programs she said she would, and we had many phone sessions where she patiently taught me all she knew. We went over not just audio editing, but she taught me how to navigate the internet, check my own emails, and everything else you can imagine. So not only did this new friend of mine teach me to believe in myself as a writer, but now she gave me back my ability to be an artist. I grew to love creating audio dramas as much as I loved working with film. She even gave me her old iPhone and taught me how to use the voiceover feature on it. It was a major upgrade than the simple flip phone I had been using. I loved that I no longer had to memorize people's numbers, and I didn't need anyone else to help me use it. My life was becoming better than it had been in years. I found something in Tanya that I never had before. A best friend that understood me completely. I'd never had another blind friend, and as much as my family and sighted friends tried to understand what being like me felt like, there were some things about being a blind individual that someone with sight just can't understand. As for Wolf's question about Tanya and I dating, well, that was the furthest thing from either of our minds after we met in person. We were like family, twins even. Trying to date Tanya would be like wearing a shoe that was too tight. We were and still are way too much alike. Slowly, the work she and I did together replaced the beer drinking and copious amounts of pot smoking I had been using as an escape. I didn't need to escape anything anymore. I remember having a conversation with her about that, actually. I'm serious.
Where'd this come from?
It just occurred to me how much you've changed my life, and I just want you to know how grateful I am to have someone like you as a best friend. You're one of the best people I know, whether you see it or not. You saved me.
No, I just gave you the resources that are out there for us to use and showed you how to use them. You did the work yourself.
It's not that simple. Tanya, you saved me from myself. You were like a little beacon of light in my dark world. I was sinking further and further into the dark, and you floated down and pulled me out of that. At the risk of sounding totally cheesy, you didn't just remind me of who I am, you reminded me of who I'm not. I'd still be a stone drunk without you. I don't think you realize how much I drank and smoked when we first met.
I do both of those things. Nothing wrong with that. It's a fun way to relax and get into a creative headspace. Socially, it can be great too.
No arguments there. It's all good in moderation and when used in the right context. It becomes a problem when it's a daily use, and I crossed that line pretty hard.
Yeah, well, you were going through a lot, and it was a way for you to work through it. No judgments here. And now you have a creative outlet that's awesome.
Which brings us back around to me wanting to thank you. I think the world of you, Tanya. It's important to me that you know that.
I love you too. You're a great friend.
Things continued to improve from there. I developed a strong skill set as an audio producer, and a great working relationship with the people that enjoy audio dramas online. That community that Tanya introduced me to gave me a place that I truly feel I belong to. I've made some great friends with the people that I work with. We all voice act for each other's shows and encourage one another to produce whatever crazy script we can dream up. The sense of camaraderie we all feel at the completion of a project is absolutely amazing to me. In my home life, things were looking up too. My dad reconnected with an old friend he went to high school with, and they got married. Corinne is a wonderful addition to our family, and is really good to my father and the rest of us. Mom was honestly happy for Dad, and that tense feeling that existed after they split up evaporated, giving way to a sense of peace within my family that I hadn't felt in a long time. My mom found a man who she loves dearly as well. Jake is a great guy, and has a sense of humor that makes him fun to be around. Through Jake, I met my good friend Greg, who is Jake's cousin. He's my parents' age, and a wonderful second father figure to me. He encourages and inspires me to this day. Greg is the kind of person who would give you the shirt off his own back if you needed it. He's the most humble and kind-hearted man I know. He has real integrity that I do my very best to emulate. After Dad moved out of our house and in with Corinne, he signed the house over to me, and it wasn't long before my Uncle Matt and his 2 daughters moved in with me. He was there when the most spiritual and mysterious event of my life took place. I'm still not entirely sure how it even happened. I was content with my 3 dogs, Sam, Leo, and the brindle pit bull I had rescued, Louie. I was not looking to add a 4th dog to my house whatsoever. Somehow, I ended up on Craigslist in the pets section, and without any idea why I was doing it, I texted a lady about a 6-month-old lab mix. My cousin Jenny took me to Canton, about 15 minutes from where I lived. This dog was supposedly named Dixon, and I brought him home. He waltzed into my house like he knew the place. Uncle Matt witnessed Sam react to him like a long-lost brother. Weirder still, he went barreling up the stairs into my old bedroom door, which had been closed off. He scratched on it. I was getting chills at this point. He proceeded to pick up the empty dog wash dish with his mouth and throw it at me, which was something only Riley had done. My mind was reeling at this point.
It's definitely weird, I'll give you that.
Eerie is more like it. It couldn't be him. Could it? I mean, that sort of thing doesn't happen in real life.
Why not? I remember you telling your mother way back when that you knew you'd see him again one day. Maybe that time is now. It's June, and if you do the math, he's 6 months old now. Which means he was born in January. Didn't Riley die in January?
Yeah. I'll be damned. Dixon, here, boy.
He's not paying attention to you at all. He and Sam are wrestling.
Which is weird all on its own. Sam was never really the playing type. After Riley died, he never showed any interest in toys or wrestling or any of it. Dixon, come here. Riley, here, boy.
There's your answer, Chief.
I was positive about it, all in that moment. This was my Riley. I didn't know how this was possible. Why it was now he would come back, exactly 6 years and 6 months from the day I lost him. But I was overjoyed he found a way back home. I knelt to the ground and hugged him tight. I've never been one to cry in front of other people, but I couldn't help myself. I went to my bedroom after I regained my composure and retrieved Riley's old collar, which I had kept on a hook above my bed. I put it on him and called him Riley from that point onwards. As you can imagine, I received a fair amount of criticisms and strange looks when I told my family and friends about his return. But I didn't care what any of them thought. It wasn't about whether or not people believed me. It was about what I knew. Riley came home. It felt like a weight had finally been lifted from my heart. I went up to the farm to see Sarah and Amanda later that week, only to find out some disheartening news. Sarah? Amanda? You guys home? Hey, Cujo. How's my man?
He's a little bummed out. Amanda moved out a few weeks ago.
What? Why? What happened?
Things hadn't been right between us for a while. We grew apart.
The rest of that conversation was difficult, but that's their story, not mine. Suffice to say that my cousin will always be my cousin, and Amanda will forever be a very close friend of mine. Oh, Sarah, I'm so sorry.
Actually, it's Alex now. Yeah, I figured with Amanda gone and everything changing for me, now is the time to start this change too. I have felt for a long time now that I was meant to be a guy. I started the process of transitioning. I've been pretty nervous to talk to people about it.
Well, you never need to be nervous to talk to me about anything. I totally support you doing whatever you need to do to feel like you are who you're supposed to be. You know that.
Thanks. I love you, cousin.
I love you too. Did this have anything to do with Amanda leaving?
Oh God, no. She was supportive of it back when I told her I was thinking about it. She'd never be like that.
I was sad that Amanda was gone, but I understood. I did my best to be there for Alex as he transitioned. I was proud of him for being brave enough to be himself. Shortly thereafter, I decided to be brave myself and fly alone for the first time. I really wanted to spend some time with Tanya. It went well, and I was super excited to be back in Boston on vacation. Uncle Matt and his girls, my cousins, Emma and Tegan, held down the fort for me and took care of my dog.
How was the flight?
Surprisingly not bad. The staff was great about helping me from point A to point B. I was a little nervous being alone with the guy in the taxi on the way from the airport to here, though. He didn't speak very good English, and I've seen way too many movies.
Oh, that reminds me. I've got something totally awesome to share.
What's that?
A guy I voice act for. I don't think I've introduced you to him yet. Bill Hallwig. He's been talking a lot about an old TV show from the 60s. It's called Dark Shadows, and from what little bit I know of the plot, it's right up our alley. I downloaded the whole series so we could check it out together.
Sweet. What's it about?
This rich, mysterious family in a small town in Maine. It's called Collinsport, named after the Collins family. Anyway, there's witches, ghosts, vampires, and all sorts of weird stuff that goes on in the town.
Sounds awesome. I'm in.
I knew you would be, but I haven't even told you the best part yet. The series was continued as a radio drama in 2006. Big Finish Productions gained the rights to it, and the actors who are still alive have renewed their roles and everything.
We spent the majority of my time there marathoning the show. It was compelling and had a way of drawing you in for episode after episode. I copied the series to my hard drive before I flew home. We took turns buying the Big Finish audio dramas as they came out on their website. It took us about a year of watching the show together to get through it all. We'd set up times to watch over the phone, starting the episode at the same time and switching our phones on speaker. It wasn't as good as hanging out in person, but we worked hard to keep up our friendship in spite of the long distance. There are 1,225 episodes of the show and about 90 audio pieces, lots to keep straight. My specialty as a producer and a writer has always been to notice inconsistencies within a series timeline, and Dark Shadows was no exception. Tanya helped me contact Big Finish to let them know what I'd noticed, and I was surprised at the response I got. The producer, Joseph Lidster, responded to me directly. He was interested in some of my ideas and told me he'd get in touch for the following year's writing. I set to work preparing material right away, focusing my attention on scripts that addressed the inconsistencies I had found. The goal was to creatively correct them all in a thrilling and innovative way. The mere possibility of joining the staff as a writer was so exciting to me. It was a lot of work and took a ton of time to get it right. While I was working away on this new project, the next wave of heartbreaking events hit. My dog Leo got sick with cancer and died 5 days after his diagnosis. My grandma died very suddenly, which was devastating to me. And then my dog Sam also developed cancer and died. Cujo jumped down from the deck steps and landed wrong. He broke his spine and died at the vet's office. If it wasn't for the support of Tanya and the distraction our work provided, I don't know how I would have gotten through that much death in such a short span of time. She was my rock for it all, providing constant comfort and support. It takes the truest of friends to stand by you in the worst of times, and I loved her all the more for being there for me. Having been through many times of despair and heartbreak, I can honestly say having her for the latest of my life's hardships made all the difference in the world. When she suffered her own loss, her dog Wendell passing, I tried to be there for her the same she had been there for me. God knows I know how losing a beloved dog feels. In the midst of it all, my mom and sister ended up moving back in, joining Uncle Matt and I in this huge house we called home.
What are you working on?
Just my latest Dark Shadow script.
I won't keep you. I just wanted to bring you this.
What is it?
It's the check from your grandma's estate. She left each of you kids $5,000.
I almost forgot this was coming. I'll put it towards the house renovations.
Make sure you do something for yourself with part of that money. She'd want you to.
We'll see. I really just want to finish up the work on this house. It's taken so long to restore it all.
And you've done a beautiful job of it. I mean it. Your grandma would be so proud of you. Just do a little something that's just for you. Maybe go see Tanya, or I forget some of your other new friends' names.
That's okay. You'd be referring to my friend Kimberly, or maybe Crystal. She and I have been looking to meet up. There's Lothor, Nicole, and Jack too. I've made so many amazing friends since I started working in radio dramas.
I know you have. It's wonderful to see you thriving in a group that appreciates the talent you have.
Thanks, Mom. Oh, hey, can you pull something up on your phone for a second? I want to borrow your eyes.
Sure, what do you need?
I'm just curious to know what an actress from Dark Shadows looks like. Can you pull up Laura Parker?
Sure. She's pretty, blonde hair, gray eyes. Did you know that there's a Dark Shadows cruise next October?
What? Really? Who's going to be there?
Let's see. Serenade of the Seas welcomes Dark Shadows fans. Cruise event planner Arnold Boris. It looks like Lara Parker and someone named Catherine Lee Scott. Do you know who she is?
Yeah, she plays Maggie Evans on the show. It must be expensive, though.
Not too bad. There's a contact number, want it?
I called Tanya right away. She was as excited as I was. She contacted the cruise ship, who put us in touch with Ari, professionally known as Arnold Boris. He was incredible about accommodating us, reassuring us that we were a welcomed addition to the event, and there would be lots of people there to help us get around. The next step was to book our room. We were surprised to learn that we were booked on the last available room aboard the entire ship, and they had no problem with us bringing Tanya's guide dog. Ari contacted Catherine and Lara and gave them the heads up that there were 2 blind individuals attending the event. He told us they were excited to meet us. I mentioned to him that we were voiceover artists and were interested in discussing the possibility of working for Big Finish with the ladies, expecting that would be out of his abilities to arrange. He shocked me when he told me he called them again and set up a private meeting between Tanya and I, and them. Everything fell into place really fast. I feel like the fact that Grandma's check came in on the same day as I found out about the cruise was a sign. It was Grandma's last gift to me. It was beautiful, amazing, and a little bittersweet in that respect. I'll never forget what happened that first day on the ship. It was a Sunday afternoon, and Tanya and I were waiting for an elevator with one of the ship's staff.
Excuse me, are you Josh Price?
Yes, I am.
Hello, Catherine Scott. Nice to meet you.
It's an honor.
We love your work, Miss Scott.
Thank you. I understand we have a meeting with you two on Deck 13 tomorrow afternoon. I look forward to it.
So do we.
I see you have a service dog.
I do. Her name is Naboo.
She's beautiful. She'll get lots of work this week.
Yeah, she'll love it. She loves to work.
That's great. Well, I'd better head up to my room. See you both at the meet and greet tomorrow morning.
It was the most peculiar feeling to have someone so famous approach me, knowing my name and everything. What an amazing start to our cruise. Time passed slowly Sunday as Tanya and I settled into our estate room. The meet and greet came along on schedule and was very nice. There were about 50 of us attending, which made for an intimate group setting. I made some friends within the group that I still have today. Roy and Debbie Isabel, along with Alexis and her family, are among those we bonded with. Tanya and I were delighted to learn that Alexis was interested in acting, and we exchanged contact information with her, inviting her to join our audio drama community. She's a very smart and talented young girl, and has made a lovely addition to the work that we produce. Monday afternoon finally rolled around. It was time to meet Catherine and Laura on Deck 13. I was nervous. I really wanted to present myself as someone who was both a fan as well as a budding professional.
Oh, hello guys. Sorry I didn't notice you sitting over here. I was studying a script for a part I got cast in recently and I didn't see you come in.
No worries. Congratulations on getting cast. What project are you working on?
Well, I'll play Mamie Eisenhower in the upcoming film about our former president.
That's exciting.
Thank you. I fly out to start filming right after the cruise.
Hello, sorry we're a little late. Josh, Tanya, this is my husband Jim.
Hello. It's an honor to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you both, too.
So, you two are interested in joining us on working for Big Finish,
Yes we are. I've prepared a thumb drive for both of you to take home. It has some sample material that Tanya and I have gathered.
Before we get started, Laura and I have something we'd like to give you. This is a recent script that we recorded with Big Finish. We thought it might help you as you're preparing to submit materials for them. Now, Ari mentioned you had some ideas for storylines?
Yes.
Tanya, your dog is absolutely beautiful. Aren't you? Are you a good girl? She's learned the ship and is able to guide the both of you already?
She doesn't know the layout completely yet, but her training taught her to find doors, stairs, elevators, and chairs.
That's absolutely amazing. I watched her working at the meet and greet. The two of you get around so well.
Thanks, we do our best. Don't we, Naboo?
We sat and talked for a while before we headed into the business end of the conversation. It was amazing to sit and chat with these two amazing and talented professionals as if we were their equals. Growing up in a small town, you develop a larger-than-life idea of what it would be like to meet celebrities, thinking of them as being superior to yourself. But these two were not like that at all. They were kind and gracious to a fault. They treated us like we were anyone else sitting down for a meeting about work. Getting to know them was one of the greatest joys I've ever experienced in my life. They listened intently as I unfolded my ideas and plot points for the scripts I had prepared for Joe Lidster and the Big Finish production team. They not only liked our ideas, but put a good word in for us with Joe. It was like something out of a dream. In all that I had endured up to this point, all the steps that had led me to this moment, to this career path, to these wonderful ladies sitting across from me, it was like a dream fulfilled, a full circle moment for me. I worked hard to find my way as a blind professional radio drama artist, and in this moment, I had achieved that goal with the love and support of my best friend, who had also achieved the same goal for her own career. Together, Tanya and I had become a force to be reckoned with. Lightning in a bottle. We set our minds to something, and it happens. We did end up being asked to join a Dark Shadows mini-series event. We got to write an episode of a 4-part series, and guest starring along Laura herself, and the amazing Jerry Lacey. I want to conclude the story of my life with this notion. Everyone has a story to tell. Everyone has struggles and hardships, ups and downs. I'm no exception to that. Hard work and determination are the best weapons against the various things life throws at you. You have to play the hand you're dealt with in life, and be willing to work with what you have. I thank God every day that I have a best friend that gave me the opportunity to see life this way. A best friend named Tanya, who will forever be my saving grace.
This concludes My Saving Grace. Featured in the cast were Kaylin Knight as Jesse's friend Abby, Anna Corbota as Amanda, Alexis Knicker as Ashley, Deborah Adams as Aunt Dee, Fiona Thrale as Aunt Diane, Anna Freeman as Aunt Dorsey, Jordan J. Scavone as the college professor, Lothar Tuppen as John, Anya Snyder as Debbie, Carrie Michael Ayers as the doctor, Troy Finissi as School Bully 1, Joey Freeman as School Bully 2, Rahul Kurup as the eye specialist, Erica Sanderson as Fawn, Marie Wallace as Graham, Maureen Boutier as Grandma Barb, Richard Summers as Grandpa, Tegan Freeman as Jenny, Kimberly Kaiser as Jessie, Michael Luck as Jim Hawkins, Dom Valentini as me, Josh, Janet Dieter as Catherine Scott, Elizabeth Liu as Krista, Shelley Luck as Lara Parker, Crystal Camargo as Lynn, Maureen Boutier as Amy, Mark Cadigan as Mr. Sovey, Sarah Golding as Mrs. Barlow, Emma Burnett as Mrs. French, Angela Young as Mrs. Robert, Lindsay Lloyd-Staborik as Nicole, Darcy Whalen as the nurse, Gabe Trim as Randy, Robert Cudmore as the hospital receptionist, Stephanie Bing as Sarah Alex, Nicole Robinson Carroll as Tanya Milojevic, Bill Hallwig as Uncle Jimmy, David Copper as Uncle Matt, Jeffrey Billard as Uncle Steve, Richard Garner as Wolf, Skylar Whiteford as Young Josh, and Danner Hahn as Young Sarah. Sound effects and ambiances were gathered from the Free Sound Project or self-produced. Original music by Carrie Michael Ayers. This production was produced underneath the Creative Commons Attributions Non-Commercial, No Derivative 4.0 International License. It is my greatest hope in sharing all that I've been through that maybe I could help even one person who's struggling with hardships of their own realize that they can overcome it. I know they can, because I did.